Okay, well, good morning
Good morning.
and welcome to the St. Louis Agency on Training and Employment. Often duplicated, replicated, um, but we are SLATE. My name is Connie Johnson, and I have the honor of serving as the executive director for this esteemed agency of unsung heroes. For 50 years, SLATE has served the underserved yet well deserved citizens of the city of St. Louis. SLATE is the city's original rapid response team. Whether it be due to massive layoffs, sudden closures of businesses, and yes, even a tornado, the men and women serving this agency have always been the boots on the ground for employment, educational needs, apprenticeships, summer jobs for our youth, supportive services, and last but definitely not least, providing service to our veterans. While we are gathered here today to honor one of our own, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge each and every member of the SLATE team for being a member of the Army of the caring, dedicated, and committed. Please give a round of applause for the Army of SLATE. And before I turn things over to Miss Felicia, I would like to acknowledge our very special guest from the state of Missouri. As many of you know, without the support from the state of Missouri, we would not exist. So it is only fitting that we acknowledge um, one of our biggest supporters of our programs. I want to start off with recognition for the Office of Workforce Development, the director, Miss Julie Carter. Woo. Right. Thank you. Our Deputy Director for the Office of Workforce Development, Mr. Mark Bauer. Our Regional Manager, the Office of Workforce Development, everybody knows Mr. Bobby Barlow. And everybody knows Miss Felicia, but her official title is the Office of Workforce Development Supervisor for us, our very own SLATE location, Miss Felicia Jordan, everybody. And now over to our political side, our esteemed legislators who will be speaking later. We have our very own State Representative Marty Joe Murray, who represents the downtown area of the city of St. Louis. Okay. And last but not least, we have our State Representative Philip Olerking, who is the Representative Baldwin, and Chad's very own State Representative. So now, without further ado, I'd like to turn things over to Miss Alicia.
Good morning. If I'm going to ask Bobby to talk a little bit about the JBST program, which Chad works under the state of Missouri here at Slate first before I get into some other things about Chad.
Well, as everybody knows, we have been administering a great grant called the Jobs for Veterans State Grant. Chad is our local representative for that and very successful in helping veterans overcome barriers to employment, helping them along the way to be able to translate their military skills into the civilian lingo, so to speak. But we're very proud of the good work that Slate and Chad has been doing. But I don't want to steal Alicia's thunder.
Hey, good morning again. So, um, what about Chad? So, Chad came to us here at Slate about almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in December. And so, when Chad came in to interview, he let me know that he had only been out of the military for about 7 months. And he said, if I get this job, this will be my first real job out of the military. So as time moved on, hey, Chad, we want you. As you can expect, transitioning out of the military comes some growing pains as you come in and to the civilian world, right? So when we recognized that about Chad, we sat down and we talked about the language, about how we talk to civilians. And so after he overcame that, then it was right out of the gate for Chad. He was, Felicia, what can I do? What do I need to do? The outreach. He has made several connections to resources within the St. Louis City area for our veterans. And he has been instrumental in working with our WIO adult team to make sure that our veterans are being served on that side. He was instrumental in our Veterans Resource Fair 2 years in a row. That was his baby. He said, hey, as he was making his rounds through the city and visited the Soldiers Memorial and spoke with representatives there, he said, hey, Felicia, I think we need to do something for the city and for the customers that we serve. So that blossomed into working with our business services team here at SLATE, our business services team here at our north location, Northwest Crossings, and all of the veterans representatives in the St. Louis community. So again, that was Chad's baby. And we hope to continue that next year and many more years to come. So again, he works closely with our business services team, offering suggestions, offering things that we can do to assist our veterans. And parents, I want you to be very, very happy and proud that Chad is doing an amazing job here. It's like he wants to assist, not just our veterans, but anybody that walks through the door. He's always asking, how can I assist within, my realm? What can I do to help just the average Joe that comes through the door? And he's very good about that. Again, transitioning from the military, I've never been in the military, but my understanding is, and I know that they have to tell their superiors every move that they make. But there are days when I have to tell Chad, come see me at 3:00, because he's telling me every move that he makes throughout the day. And so come see me at 3, you can tell me all about your day. And he does that. And he does, again, anything that he can do for me and the individuals, all of our partners here, and just our SLATE family. How can I assist? What can I do? And we all appreciate Chad enthusiasm, and asking, how can I assist? What can I do? In closing, I just want to say that Chad, because we didn't have a veterans representative for almost 3 years, when Chad got here, again, he was, he hit the ground running. And I appreciate that. He made sure he made the contacts, reached out to the other veteran representatives that we have in the area. He goes to resource events, represents us very well, both SLATE and OWD. So, Chad, I want to say thank you for all that you do for both OWD and SLATE.
So now we will start with our special presentations, and I'm going to ask that Mr. Shannon Johnson assist. So in the order of being someone who was not an actual member of the military, but now a retired civilian from the United States Army, we have to go in terms of protocol. Okay. So first off, we have a letter of recognition from United States Senator Eric Schmidt, honoring Chad Wolfe. He writes today in honor of Chad Wolfe of Missouri. Over his life, Mr. Wolfe has consistently shown an outstanding commitment to serving his country and fellow Americans in all his endeavors. After enlisting in the United States Army in 2012, Mr. Wolfe served 2 tours in Afghanistan and demonstrated remarkable valor. After exceptional service, he retired from the armed forces highly decorated, receiving multiple awards, including the Army Commendation Medal and no less than 6 Army Achievement Medals. After joining the civilian workforce upon his return to the States, Mr. Wolfe has continued his work to serve his fellow veterans with the St. Louis Agency on Training and Employment, where he provides crucial employment and support services to veteran households across St. Louis. As SLATE celebrates its 50th anniversary, I am proud to highlight both Mr. Wolfe and the entire SLATE team for their outstanding daily work to help our Republic's brave veteran transitions to the civilian life. Chad Wolfe is truly an example of our state's heartland heroes. He has continually gone above and beyond to support his fellow Americans, and I'm grateful for his ongoing commitment to helping the military community. I am honored by his devotion and wish him continued success in the future. Eric S. Smith, United States Senator. And next, we also have a very special certificate of recognition from Congresswoman Ann Wagner. A certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Chad Wolfe in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community. Ann Wagner, Member of Congress. And now I would like to introduce State Representative Philip Overking so that he can make his special presentation.
Thank you all for being here this morning. I'm not going to speak very long, but I do just want to say I came here probably about a month ago or thereabouts and had to sit down with Connie and all the directors of the various different parts of SLATE. And every single person that was there had nothing but praise to Chad and the great work that he has done here at SLATE to help with veterans, trying to readjust, as I said, to civilian life and doing what's right for our veterans. Because in my experience, the best advocates for veterans are veterans themselves, because they know what better than the rest of us what it's like to be in the military and how hard it can be sometimes, especially for our combat veterans to re-enter into civilian life and be successful. So I want to commend Chad on his great work that he's done here. I'm sure that this will not be the end of his advocacy for veterans, and I look forward to see how he does in the future. I do just want to read off some parts of this resolution that I will be presenting here. Whereas the members of the Missouri House of Representatives welcome with pleasure, the opportunity to recognize a remarkable Missouri citizen whose efforts and accomplishments have made them a source of inspiration to all those around them. And whereas Chad Wolfe, resident of Baldwin, Missouri, is to be commended for his invaluable contributions to his community, an endeavor for which he will be recognized by the St. Louis Agency on Training and Employment, otherwise known as SLATE, during its 50th anniversary celebration to be held on November 5th, 2025, at the SLATE Missouri Job Center in St. Louis. And whereas Chad Wolfe has distinguished himself as a veteran of the United States Army who serves as a Veteran Employment Specialist at SLATE Missouri Job Center, where he provides critical employment and service to support services to veterans and their families throughout the city of St. Louis. Now, therefore, be resolved that we, the members of the Missouri House of Representatives, 103rd General Assembly, join in extending our most hearty appreciation to Chad Wolfe for his invaluable contributions to his community, and in further wishing him continued success and in all future endeavors. And be it further resolved that the Chief Clerk of the Missouri House of Representatives be instructed to prepare a properly inscribed copy of this resolution for Chad, which I currently hold right now. So congratulations to Mr. Wolfe.
At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our very own Alderwoman, Ms. Jamie Cutts. She is here, and I think with protocol, it would be she represents the downtown region for the city's perspective. If you would not mind presenting this proclamation on behalf of the mayor. Good morning, everyone. Again, I will keep my remarks brief this morning, but as echoed here tonight by all the folks that spoke before me, the city of St. Louis is honored to recognize Chad for all of his service, not only to the Missouri community, but to the people of the city and the veterans of the city. So I am honored to be here to present this proclamation on behalf of the office of Mayor Kara Spencer, and I will also be introducing a resolution to be introduced this Friday on behalf of the Board of Aldermen as well. So again, Chad, the city thanks you for all of your work and all of your service to this community, and we're honored to present this. At this time, we'd like to introduce Miss Julie Carter, our director, fearless leader for the Office of Workforce Development. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. And I look out and I'm amazed at how many employees are here. And uh, gosh, I didn't realize there were that many that worked here. So thank you all for being here. Uh, Congratulations, Chad. I think that knowing you and getting to know you a little bit more, this probably is not your thing. Fine. You're very humbled, and we really do appreciate all the work you do for veterans in the St. Louis area. But in case you all don't know, we do have 13 local workforce boards around the state that also have veteran workers. So what Chad does is replicated around the state of Missouri. We're very proud of that. But what Chad does in St. Louis is extremely valuable, and we really do appreciate that. So thank you. And so now we'd like to introduce the man of the hour. Just want to say that, this program is a byproduct of the love and support of your fellow colleagues. This didn't happen because I was sitting in my office and said, oh, let's do something. This came about because your colleagues, the people you work with day to day, recognize and honor the work that you do. And so, with that being said, and we know that this is not your cup of tea, but I got to say this. Last year, Miss Felicia told me that over 300 veterans walked through these doors. Out of the 300 that walked through, Chad service 89. Okay. But the fact is that 300 people came here because they knew that you were here. They knew that the program was here. They knew that we were able to give them the resources and support that they need. And for that, you are being celebrated, my friend. So without further ado, we'll ask that you come up and make some small remarks.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up to this. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I really cannot do anything without all of y'all. Miss Felicia, thank you for taking a chance on me. I always say that. Thank you, Miss Con. I appreciate you. And thank you to my parents and my son and my Aunt Joyce for being here. Couldn't do anything without y'all. And there's too many people and numerous to name, but I know that y'all see my clients and who I work with and how I try to make things just be calm because we all don't need craziness in this world. Sometimes they just need somebody to sit there, listen to them. That's all we got to do. So appreciate y'all and keep doing the good work that I know y'all do. Thank y'all.
And as we come to conclude this salute to service, I'd like to thank Chad for being phenomenal at what he does and being enthusiastic about the work that he consistently shows up to do on a daily basis. I'd like to thank his parents first and foremost as well because you guys raised a phenomenal guy. And as far as it goes, like this dude here, he spares no expense on any energy. He's one of the first ones to jump in and being head of a business services team. I get to work closely with him, so I'm super proud of watching him just grow, continue to flourish, and just all the ideas and different initiatives that he wants to put together. So, thank you, Chad.